What's up, everybody? Daxta is back with another episode of Mastercraft, and as you could probably tell from the title, this episode is mainly going to be dedicated to building farms, because now that we've defeated the Ender Dragon, building farms is going to be very important so that we can get more resources and so that we can start making diamonds by selling resources to other people. Now, last episode, we made a small bee farm, and as you can see, the bee farm's been doing pretty well. We've got 9 honey blocks, which is the equivalent of 36 honey bottles. And that is even after I haven't really been doing anything in that for a while. This episode, though, we're gonna be working on a few more, let's just say, challenging or timely farms, such as this slime farm, which would require us to dig some stuff underground so that slimes can spawn, and also this spider farm, which I have acquired from exploring a cave which led to a spider spawner all the way down here. Now, I think we should start this episode with the spider farm because it's probably going to be a bit easier to make and it won't take as long as the slime farm. So we should just get started with that. And the spiders drop down into here. And we have like a little staircase thing there with trapdoors so that they can't climb back up. And then they end up down here where we can kill them. And that's how this works. As you can see, this works extremely well, and we're now at level 40, which would give us enough to enchant more than one thing of diamond armor. Okay, so now that we're finished our spider farm, the next step would be to work on our slime farm. And I've been in the nether lately fighting a lot of wither skeletons. And I have now got 3 wither skeleton skulls to show for my efforts. So, we're just gonna go down to our mines and find a place where we can try and beat the wither. And we're just gonna put our wither right here so that we have a little tunnel here where we can take pot shots at the wither so that we don't have to die fighting him. Now we just go back into the tunnel, wait for his shield to go out, and shoot him. Now all we have to do is keep moving back while we make sure, while he destroys this tunnel. Come on, we're almost there. Oh, he has his shield open. We should just charge him and see how this goes. Come on. We're so close. We have to go get him. Alright. We're going for him. Come on. Yes! We got it! We got it! We got the Nether Star! Yes! And we got a Wither Head. Oh my god. Well, now that we have our Nether Star, we can make a beacon, which is going to be pretty easy to make right after I get some more stuff. But with the beacon, we can start working on our slime farm, because that's going to involve a lot of digging, and Haste 2 is going to make it very simple and easy to do. So we're going to get that started now, and hopefully we'll be able to get a slime farm this episode, as well as our spider grinder. And it is done. So basically, the reason I needed the beacon is because to make the slime farm, I had to dig out quite a lot of space. And we're gonna have to fix that iron golem who's dying there. But basically what I did was I cleared out 4 levels of room for the slimes to spawn. And then I have these iron golems here, and the slimes are automatically attracted to the iron golems. So then they jump down into the magma blocks, and then they proceed to die like that iron golem. Then down here at the magma blocks, we have a hopper minecart system that comes up here and goes into the droppers, which collects all of the iron, like the ones that just disappeared there, and come in here and drop them off there. And basically that's how this works. I'm gonna replace that iron golem later. But right now, there's one more thing that we need to do before we end this episode. And that is start the second layer of our mega base. And finish the first layer, because if you remember from last episode, we never finished the back end of our tower. So now we're going to try and finish the back end of the tower and start up the second level where we come in and go back up. And that's basically what we're gonna do now. And there we go. As you can see, we've added a second layer to our tower, and we've also begun decorating the interior of it. Now let's start by talking about the walls. I've added the second layer, and it is, if you look carefully, you might be able to see that it is actually one block lower than the first layer. It's especially visible on the corner ones over here. And on the walls, I've started experimenting with putting different textures there. And I love the way that putting random bits of sand on it makes it look more realistic and more, just more vivid. And you can see the difference between the bottom and the top. The top is a lot more smooth, and it doesn't really look like an olden age Tower of Babel. And then the bottom looks a lot more like it's starting to get weathered down and it's getting a bit bad. In the inside of the tower, I've added a little storage system here to put my valuables and goods. And I've noticed that concrete powder looks suspiciously like dyed sand. So I've begun using that as like the marks to see where my different categories are. On the back of this, I've used it to wall, and I've put up some tools here. And I also have the map of uh, a farm area of one of the members of the server, the houses of some others, and the main base of us. As you can see, we're over here. Our friend Bob's Noah's Ark is over here, his base, our base, someone's base, and another friend's base over there. And we've also started building up the top, like I already said that, but it's not finished yet because we're running very low on supplies. We have no more smooth sandstone, and I really don't want to be using these because we're gonna need them later. So we're gonna have to get those later for a later episode. There's only one more thing that I want to do before we end off this episode. And you guys may remember in episode 1 when I made the introduction, I said that this was gonna be a Minecraft series, but we're gonna make it more interesting with challenges and mini games. Now the mini games will be coming later, but I made this for the challenges area. So welcome to the Mastercraft challenge area. Press the button for a challenge. Come back once you complete it for a prize. This is where you get a prize, and you would press this button once you have finished your challenge. And this is where you get your challenge. So before we end the episode, we're gonna hit this button quickly and see what we're gonna have to do next episode as a challenge. So we're gonna hit this button, and we got find an area where drown spawn. This was actually a really good challenge because having a drown farm would be really good for for making drown farms, and so that we can get tridents and other things that will be important for our travels. And yeah, I guess we're gonna be doing that next episode, but that's gonna end it off for this episode, guys. We mainly did worked on our farms. We did two of the more advanced or intermediate farms today, with the slime farm and the spider farm taking more time. And we also worked on our base over here, built that up a bit, worked on the inside. And we did that challenge area over there, which is also pretty cool. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. And next episode, we're gonna be finding ground farms and doing more cool stuff, so stay tuned for that. But I'll see you then.